Do you ever feel like there's something that's stopping your progress in life? What is it? What is it that's really stopping you? Before we answer that question, I'd like to say divine evening, everyone, and welcome to Collective Consciousness. My name is Tiny, and I am your host. I'm happy to welcome you to the show where we focus on expanding your consciousness. The whole purpose of this show are for individuals on their journey to self-mastery. Usually, I talk about something spiritual or esoteric. Today, I want to talk about mindset. We're going to talk about busting limiting beliefs that are stopping us from achieving our ultimate desires or divine purpose in life. Let's get started. Welcome back, everyone. Before we dive into today's topic, I just wanted to do a couple of shout outs with some things that are upcoming with Collective Consciousness. I have been very active on social media lately. So if you do not follow me, definitely follow me on Facebook. The links are all down below. You can follow me on Instagram, melanin_goddess333. Okay? Definitely follow me on social media because I am building a community there where we will all be able to interact and we can kind of see more day to day. 1 week, 15-minute episodes are not really enough to immerse yourself in the lifestyle. If you are really serious about your transformation or about your road or your journey to self-mastery, this is going to be an everyday commitment. It's a lifestyle situation. This is not something that's just like, oh, I just catch that cool girls videos on the weekends. If that's you, that's great, and I appreciate you. However, what I'm here to do is help you realize your truest potential, your deepest potential. I want to help you get to your goals. I want to help you, cross some things off of that bucket list. I want to help give you the confidence to really achieve the things that you want to achieve in your life, okay? So make sure you follow me on social media. It is definitely a great way to connect. If you are on your road to self-mastery, if this is something that sounds like right up your alley, take a second right now and smash the subscribe button, okay? And hit the like button too, because it really helps out the channel. And please leave some comments. Let us talk about these limiting beliefs. So when I asked the question, what was stopping your progress? What did you answer? How many of you said money? Or how many of you said time? Or what about lack of education? Or maybe there's like some little sprinkle of fear in there. How many of you said the pandemic, the economy, right? These are all things that can stop us from reaching our full potential, or stop us from starting a new project, or stop us from doing that thing that we've been putting off for so long. The truth is, none of that matters. Okay? The truth is, the only thing that's holding you back is you. Let me tell you guys a story real quick, okay? So let's say that there's a girl there was an example in one of the first episodes that I did about girl coming to the party and one girl talking sass about her, or one girl being like, oh, I love this girl, right? And how the situation turned out different. So let's take the same scenario. A girl's coming over. One person has a very negative perception of this girl and feels like that she's real snaky and real manipulative and doesn't trust her and whatever, right? Another girl has the perception of, oh my gosh, I love this girl. She's always so sweet. She's like really just like my favorite person. I love to hang out with her. She's so considerate and never would harm a soul. Now, these two people are hanging out and find out that the girl's coming to the party. The girl comes to the party and is like super nice, right? The person who had the limiting belief that this was a shisty, snaky, manipulative person now feels like, well, why are you being nice, right? There's an immediate guard that goes up. While the other person who's like, oh my God, I love her, is just like, she's just so sweet, right? And then the person with the guard up is like, you don't see what's going on here, huh? Basically, my point is, whatever your belief system is, You have a tabletop, you build a table, and the legs under the table are your supporting beliefs, the support for that belief, okay? So the legs under the table are support for that belief. I think we might have to pull out the whiteboard for this one. But for the sake of the example, before we get into that, I want to break down 3 types of beliefs. So here's what we need to know. The first type of belief is an opinion, which is easy to persuade. It's just something that someone thinks about something, right? The second type of a belief is an actual belief, which is something that you believe to be absolutely certainly true, something that you are absolutely certain about, right? And then number 3 type of belief is a conviction. And a conviction is something that you're so certain of it that you would almost die for it. We can see this a lot of people who are very religious, right? Who would die for their beliefs, right? Things like this. It's a conviction, okay? So a belief needs support in order to reach that level of certainty. And that's where the legs under the table come from. So I'm gonna go get the whiteboard and let's go ahead and take a closer look at this. Okay, this is just gonna be a quick demonstration. And then we are going to get the whiteboard out of here. All right, so let's say you have a tabletop. Okay, this is your belief or your belief system, right? Your limiting belief, right? So let's find a limiting belief that is pretty common. Let's say I'm not good enough. Okay, this is a pretty common feeling amongst humans. Okay, so what are some things that support this belief that I am not good enough? Okay, so let's build some legs for this table. So one thing could be, let's say, the way you were treated as a kid by your parents. Treated by parents. Okay, let's build another belief. What's another one? Another one would be, let's say, how you're treated at work. Let's say they're really rude to you at work. They pick on you. They don't bring you coffee, but they bring everybody else in the office coffee and donuts, right? What about feeling isolated, lonely? Like you don't fit in to any group, right? Okay. Last leg of the table, you might be feeling unloved. Okay. None of these are great feelings, but all of these legs are the examples and the proof for this belief. Okay. Now that we know what the limiting beliefs are and what the support for that limiting belief is, let's go ahead and examine, like, what do we do? Well, how does the table stand up? With the legs, right? So now we just got to sweep the legs. Like in martial arts, that's how you like take over someone. You sweep them by the legs and get them on the floor. Same situation. You want to sweep the legs under that table. Okay, so how do we do that? The only way to keep a belief is to not question it. The more you question, the more you create doubt. I want to take you through an exercise really quick. It's called The Work by Byron Katie. So let's begin. I want you to just right now take a minute and look around the room that you're in. Look around at everything, and I want you to pick out everything that you see that is brown. Go ahead, look at everything, pick up everything, take a mental note of everything around you that is brown. Look at all the things. Okay, now stop. Close your eyes. How many things did you see that are red in the room? Ooh, gotcha there, huh? How many things did you see? There's some red in the room. How many things did you see? Okay. Now I want you to do something again. I want you to open your eyes and look around and look at all the red things in the room. Did you find more red things than you did with your eyes closed than you did before? Of course you did. I have a secret for you though. You got what you were looking for, even if it wasn't really there. What? Tiny, what are you talking about? Let me explain. How many of you, when you were thinking about all of the brown things in the room, saw something beige and counted the beige thing and made it brown and said, oh, that's brown enough, right? What about the red? How many of you looked around and all the red stuff and saw something burgundy? It was like, oh, that's red, and counted the red, right? So here's the point. If you think something is wrong with you or another person, you're gonna find it even if it's not there. If you think you can or you think you can't, either way, you're right. You have the legs to support the table. Okay, so what do we do to sweep the legs? We have to bust these limiting beliefs. So I have a 3-step process for you. Like I said, you can't overcome a belief or dismantle a belief without questioning it. So let's question your beliefs. First things first, let's break the pattern. Let's ask yourself, is this belief I have about myself really true? Is it really true that I'm not capable? Is it really true that I don't have enough education? Is it really true that I don't have enough money and that there's no resources and that I've done absolutely everything that I can and there's just no possible way forward? Is that really true? Or could it be a misconception or a misunderstanding? Do you have all of the facts and all of the information to support this belief? I know, because at first you're gonna be like, is it true? Of course it's true, because that's the emotional response. You emotionally feel like it's true. I've done everything that I could do and there's nothing that's working. Just like in a relationship, right? 3 guys cheated on you back to back to back and now all guys suck. That's a limiting belief, okay? Second step, after you've questioned the belief and really found the truth that what we believe isn't always true, it's just our perception of reality, a perception of an interpretation. There we go. Number 2, you want to get a little leverage, okay? So that means adding a little consequence to this limiting belief that you have about yourself. So let's take the example that I'm not good enough. How does that make you feel? Putting that limitation on yourself that you're not good enough, that I'm not good enough. How does that make you feel? Doesn't make me feel delicious, I'll tell you that. It makes me feel low and depressed and unworthy, right? How does it make you feel? How much pain is that feeling gonna cause you? Ask yourself all of these questions. Really create the pain that you are putting yourself through by putting these limitations on yourself, okay? And then number 3, annihilate the belief. All right, we're gonna say, what if this belief never existed? What if the idea that I was not good enough never existed? What if I would say, that was never, like, how would I behave? How would I operate? How would I be different? How would I change? If that never existed, I would probably be a lot more confident, huh? I'd probably take a lot more risks in life. I would probably do things that were a little more fun, adventurous, spontaneous. When you have these limiting beliefs, you also limit yourself and your progress in life. The lowest standard in life is perfection. Why? Because achieving perfection is impossible. Nobody on this planet is perfect. Never has been, never will be. Because humans have free choice. We have free will. We make mistakes. We live, we learn, we grow. If you're conscious. Some people just live and don't learn. But we have to uproot the old conditioning because it's going to affect you in business. It's going to affect you in life as well. I just want to show all of you that the things that you think control you is nothing but other people's opinions and things that you've told yourself over and over and over again until you've believed it with so much conviction that you're almost hypnotized. And now that you believe it, now you're looking for brown shit and calling it tan or calling it beige. Looking for red stuff and calling it burgundy. You meet the objective of your conditioning until you question it. And that questioning could be really freeing. Most people in life believe their doubts and doubt their beliefs. Which one are you? Are you going to question your limiting beliefs and dismantle them? Rebuild yourself, empower yourself, and understand that I might not have all the facts, that I might be looking at this the wrong way, or maybe if I added a different perspective that this could be possible. No one's gonna save you. That's your job. So what I want for you this week, I want you to really point out in your life what excuses you are using or giving yourself to really not move forward in life and not achieve the things that you feel like that you should achieve or hit that goal that you want to hit. You've been trying to lose the weight for years. What's stopping you, sis? Bro, what's stopping you? You are. Stop allowing those limiting beliefs to limit you in life because you are doing yourself a disservice. And I love you. I want you to succeed. I want you to thrive and I want you to eat. Speaking of eating, I have not eaten in 17 days. I am on a mind, body, spirit elevation featuring sea moss. What are you talking about, Tiny? So I've decided to do a cleanse, and I haven't eaten a solid meal in 17 days. It's a mind, body, spirit elevation. I'm not going to go into too much detail because I've been going live every day on Instagram and on Facebook and posting it on Facebook. So if you want the details, definitely follow me on social media. I'm putting together a course for anyone who is interested in really pushing through the barrier, raising their level of consciousness and moving forward in life. So like I said, follow me on social media. Instagram, down below, I will have my @ it is at melanin_goddess333. Follow me because let me tell you, there's been some juice on that channel. Okay. So, yes, I'm not going to get into it, but I will say that I have had many revelations in this transformational time. I have grown and blossomed so much in just these last 18 days. My skin is popping, my hair is growing, like I am untouchable, okay? But I had to go through these things myself. And I'm using the tools that I taught you today to really bust and break down my own limiting beliefs so that I can qualify to teach you guys. That is why I put myself through things like this. So if you want to know what happened and how the cleanse went and if I almost killed somebody yesterday, then go ahead to my Instagram, melanin_goddess333. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining us for this show. I love all of you, and bust them limiting beliefs. Y'all hear me? Okay. Asè and Namaste.
Say